This is everything I took to survive 3 months riding through Spain and Portugal on a budget of £1,000. This is Bike Louder Than Budget. And yeah, some of this makes sense, but some of it I probably shouldn't have packed at all. But weirdly, some of the most random stuff ended up being quite important on this trip. If you're planning a trip like this, here's everything that I brought, what I would definitely recommend and what I would never take again. Before this trip, I had one goal: to ride around Spain and Portugal on £1,000, which meant everything I needed had to fit on my bike. I have no backup car, I have no one following me, it is just me solo this whole trip. So this entire setup is my life for 3 months. The goal is not to pack light, it's to pack smart. I want to still be able to work on my laptop and do all my content creation, and also be able to volunteer along the way so I can try and stretch this budget. And let's not forget, it's going to be cold in December, so I decided to pack a full set of thermals and 2 jackets. The real problem isn't how I pack, it's how I carry it. Here is my Kawasaki Z1000SX.
$10 million cash quick. Yeah. All I ever wanted was $10 million cash quick. Throw it on the floor cause I'm a bad.
This is one of the most comfortable sports bikes I've ever used. And the fact that I've got all this baggage that can fit on it is just fucking amazing. I've had this bike for quite a while and I have no problems at all doing long distance. I have 3 hard plastic cases to fit all my stuff in. Luckily, these 2 will fit helmets in. So that's why I have a spare helmet to come along with me in case anyone wants to join.
Let my ears out.
I also have the top box, which is the only place I can fit my laptop, unfortunately. So all my electricals go in here because I can use them day to day, and I can leave these 2 on the bike if I need to. Let's not forget some of the most important stuff here, the protective gear I'm riding in. Frank Thomas boots, probably the squeakiest things known to man. Then we're going on to the BKS leathers. These work together with the jacket. You can zip up the back, just so if you do come off and you slide, you have that protection for the space in between your back. Also, this jacket has an inner liner, which can be removed, which I think I removed on the 2nd day on the trip, and then put straight back in, and that was it. Clothes-wise, I'm taking 4 t-shirts, 4 pairs of socks, and 4 pants. In addition to that, 1 pair of trousers, pair of thermals, which are an absolute godsend. I cannot stress how much I used these in this trip, and I was really thinking about not taking them. I'm so fucking glad I did. Big rain jacket, small rain jacket, fleece. Packing cubes, absolute essential for anyone, I'd say, traveling. These are absolute godsend when it comes to trying to keep your clothes together. Work gloves. I got big hands and I do plan on doing a lot of volunteering, so I thought bringing my own gloves is a must. Pepper, I didn't bring her. She's a bit fat and a bit annoying and a little bit old, but you're cute at least. Work trainers. These are awful to do anything but work in, and the bottoms of them are smooth. Thermal hat, godsend. Honestly, I'm always cold. Microfiber towel, quick drying. I think everyone should have one of these for traveling, especially backpackers. Right, electricals. I got my Victus 17-inch editing gaming laptop. Absolute beast. Love this thing. Large Anker battery pack, fast charger. Absolutely fucking amazing. Would never go anywhere without this. ND filters for all cameras and my drone. Grip mount. I've talked about this before. I absolutely love this thing. It is an absolute must-have if you've got a motorbike and you want to do POV and quickly take it off, give it to someone else, or attach it to anything for ride-bys. Or my new grip mount. Absolutely love this thing to bits. It's so strong. You can just kind of grip it onto most things, and it's kind of like a mini tripod. Hard drives, pretty self-explanatory. Speaker, absolutely a bit of a random one, to be honest. I do love being able to have a shower, listen to some music, or just boom out drum and bass whenever I want. Batteries for my DJI Action 5, which is what I'm recording on now. Best action camera I've ever had. GoPro can fuck itself. Headphones with me as well. just so I can edit. And I absolutely love these Sennheiser Motion 3s. I've had them for years, still great. Love the controls on the side. You just have to touch the side, and they also connect to my phone and my laptop at the same time. My Canon 200D Mark II, quite cheap entry-level DLSR. I've got the 18 to 135 zoom lens on it to cover a lot in traveling, saving having to take multiple lenses. I can get most things done with this lens. It fits in my capsule bag. I carry all my kits, all my cables, my drone, everything fits in here. And bringing me onto the drone I have is a DJI Mini 4 Pro. Absolutely love that drone. I am not interested in getting the 5 at the moment. Absolutely love the 4. And I got a laptop stand, £2 Amazon quad lock sticking mount that I can stick onto the back of my drone controller, and then I can attach it to the quad lock mount I have on my motorbike. I'm using the DJI Mini Mic 1. Great mounting system with the magnet, and also the one touch button to get the noise reduction on there. Okay, we're on to more of the random items that I brought with me, and they are really useful. My BlendJet 2, this thing is fucking amazing. It can blend practically anything, nuts, frozen fruit, everything. It just kills it. And to go with that, protein powder. I use it as a meal replacement. I know I really shouldn't, but it is a great way to save money. What else? Plastic bin bags. I brought these just in case. I didn't actually need to use them. In case my hard cases weren't waterproof in really heavy weather, I could wrap everything in a bin bag and then put it into them. And we've done this before with dry bags and it works so well. High vis is required by EU law. In case you break down, you have to wear this. I also wear it over my jacket when I'm riding in the really bad weather in the rain, just so I'm a bit more visible. 2 pairs of gloves. I know it's a bit extreme, but these are really nice to ride in just generally. And these are really warm. They're a bit battered. Free on the way on a hostel. Someone left them in the free box. Rave sunglasses, self-explanatory. Microfiber cloth, great for just tidying up spills, cleaning down the bike. Very useful. My plastic container and fork. This is great for when you want to take food on the road, or make meals, take it with you, steal food from hostels. You know, if there's a buffet breakfast, fill this up, and then you got lunch for free. Head torch, didn't think this would be useful, but actually turned out it was very useful for really early starts or really late getting ins. Tank bag, not essential, but I'd say for me, it is really useful to be able to put my Canon or my drone, just so I can take off and fly without even having to get off the bike and go into the top box. Snood, essential for cold weather. This will save your neck because there's always a bit of a gap between your top or your riding leathers and your, if you're going to use a bally, which I strongly suggest. This is honestly just an absolute neck saver because that wind gets in everywhere and it is bitter. Portable washing line, definitely been more useful on other trips, not on this trip, but I still used it a few times. It doesn't take up much space. And when you're washing your own clothes and you're mainly wearing synthetic stuff, it's absolute godsend. If I was to do this trip again, what would I pack differently? I would have not taken my sandals. I barely ever wore those. Definitely the ripped jean shorts, would not taken those again. They were barely used those. Second helmet was only really used twice or 3 times. No, it was used 3 times, I believe. Probably could have got away with not bringing it. Apart from that, I'm pretty solid about the selection of stuff. On reflection, I'm really happy with all this stuff. There was never really a time that I was like, right, I wish I brought this. I wish I didn't take this, like, you know, massively. Everything you see here made this trip possible. Without some of this stuff, it would have been really fucking shit, honestly. If there's anything you think I shouldn't take or should have taken, tell me in the comments. Next episode, we put all of this to test and we finally get started on this trip. Microfiber. Ah! Oh, fuck. We got the chickens. Chickens. Let's fucking have it. I think. Yeah.